Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Keejchen and this is Dominions 5. We are still catching up to the current state of affairs, so this is a turn that has already been submitted and has rolled over, so we can't change anything, but we're gonna go through it. This is Bob, the god of Friwald, in the early winter in the year 4 of the Ascension Wars. And it is turn 56, no, excuse me, 57? 57, yes. And research in blood magic is complete. We are going up to level 6 next. A dire portent. So this is a spell that I've never seen before in Dominions. I didn't actually know that there was a similar one of these. This is a gem income spell being put up by Alas for specifically astral pearls. So you get 5 astral pearls with this one per turn. I think that is all it does. We can look at research to see it. I think it is an enchantment. Stellar Focus, yes. Just put up a light of the night sky into a crystal sphere, so you get 5 astral pearls per turn. Very cool little spells for 30 gems. Not much to say about it. Now he's getting more gem income from global enchantments than I am. So that's worth noting. That's a little bit annoying. I still think that we are in a bit of a position on the world map as a whole than he is, so I'm not going to go and start a war with him over that. Now we have a lot of Twiceborn coming in, some summons, and the Blizzard Fish that I spoke about last episode. More Twiceborn, lots of Twiceborn. Heavenly Wrath, Horsepex, didn't find anything with that, and no magic sites were found in general, so that's unfortunate. Then Blood Slaves, we have an assassination here from Samwise II again, and this time he is up against a Frarasi, the High Reaper of the Scripture. So not as strong a mage as last episode, but this guy is really, really good as well. We've got Fear 7, and there's a Holy 3 with all kinds of different paths. Really a strong and expensive caster again. He's casting Iron Skin to buff himself. He managed to do that, and then Samwise will land on him and kill him. So that's how it usually goes. This guy is worth 460 gold, so a really expensive guy. This is more expensive than our Buried Father. He's probably, he's 4 recruitment points, so 2 turns of recruitment in a big fort. Very, very good to kill these guys, and this time Samwise found a fire in a jar from him, so very cool. Just getting some loot out of it as well. Then all the battles. Let's dive into it. In Carrion Mire, we did not hold that for long enough to for Avas to retake it or take it from him. So no, I don't know. That's his loss. He apparently does not want it. I think he would have benefited from it a lot, because it's he can get 2 nature mages in there, and he can't do nature mages. He should have listened to me, but it is what it is. It's not going to benefit Shenton or anything, so it doesn't really matter. In the below, we have the Sylphs moving in here with Tempestus, and look at what is on the other side of the field. This is interesting. I did not expect him to do this, but here we have the 7 composers of the scripture, the Skelespam army, that killed Gunderic. So they're full of with all kinds of different items from Gunderic, and he didn't even bother organize them. He's not gonna, I think he's trying to get away with them from there to hide those items. But this is the result. They land, the Sylphs land on them and evaporate them. It's just brutal. And this is the whole, this is seven composers of the scripture with different items and such, just killed like that. And these Sylphs murder everything. And they're below. And we find some of the items and get them back from Gunderic, so very, very nice. We lost 6 Sylphs, but whatever, those are just mercenaries. Composers of the scripture, 220 gold per. And there's 7 of them, so it's like 1,440 gold. No, it's more than that. Something like that. 1,400 air and 1,500 gold. So big loss here. Wow. That's... yeah. Wow, that was really good. This flying skeleton spam army here is so hard to deal with. He can raid forever with that. Unless he meets 30 sylphs. Very good. Troll Peaks. We are being attacked by Actinium. They're just gonna kill a bunch of my province defense in here. In Jebero, there's a fight. This is just our scout checking whether or not Shenton has moved his army. He did not. Here's the army. And... oof. Yeah, I think this is the turn where I noticed that he doesn't have the capability of casting foul vapors anymore, which is really important and very nice. So he can do all sorts of other things, like rigor mortis. But I think I do count his gems, and he does not have any death gems with the army at all, so there's no rigor mortis unless he has a scout around, like I do, carrying gems. I think I set my scout to attack just in case he did move in, leave behind just one unit, and he would have had to attack to get it. So what the result is that he dies. Does he lose anything? No. All good. And that was below in Troll Peaks. No, that was in Jebero. So in Kratos, we are being attacked by Shenton. Just a Wraith Lord attacking, killing the province defense in Devil's Pond. In the water here, we are being attacked by a Wraith Lord that kills everything. I think Devil's Pond, yep, indeed. Furia, we are being attacked by Avas. Lots of attacks on us. This is a big army of Actinium again, killing province defense. I don't think we get to kill anything. The thing is, when we fight these things, we can have a look at it. We do, like, we have some range units here. It's all good. We land some hits on them. But they regenerate so freaking fast. And if we manage to kill one of them, they have a second form that regenerates equally fast. And it's just not a fight. We need a serious counter to this to have a chance. Now, in Red Mines, we are attacking. And Content didn't really leave anything here. There's one little Spearmaster. And we send in our mercenaries, so they are going to kill that. In Ralothia, we are being attacked by Shenton with a Wraith Lord. I'm so looking forward to shutting that crap down. He takes that, no contest. In Umbra, that is the fight for the fort, outside the fort walls. He just moves in one Jade Sorceress with 2 Shenton Pale Ogres. We have 4 angels here and a large army. So she runs away. Oh, she doesn't get away. Nice. And then we kill the pale ones as well. So that was good. Nothing, you know, picking up one of these Jade Sorcerers is really nice, so I'm not going to complain. That was in Umbra. Then in Wildruth, I was hoping he'd moved in more, but I'll take it. Here we have a light raid on some province defense. Ooh, it's not even a guaranteed victory, so let's have a look at it. Bird Initiate is not going to get in there, but these guys are set to attack rear, it seems, so they're getting around. Will they get the commander? They didn't land the commander. But this is where we see something very cool. I think I have mentioned this before, but these guys are so good. They have defense skill 19, and this is with harassed 1. Right? So they have so high defense skills. They're just right in there, and then you can't really be hurt. They just sit there and they slowly kill the enemies without being hit themselves. The Bird Initiate can't really be hurt by these guys. We end up powering through them. So, all things said about Friwald, their cavalry is super good. These Deer Riders. It's unfathomable, but they somehow get to that 20. This is with 2 experience though, but still. Very high defense skills. Very good to see. That was in... I forgot. Wildruth? Yes. So we didn't lose a single one, and we took that province. Very nice. In Cerulean Sea, we are being attacked, as you can imagine, by a Wraith Lord, killing everything. Oh no, we do have a priest unit here, which is nice. He's gonna get at least one banishment spell on the guy. Didn't land it. Is he gonna get another shot? Yes. And third time? Nope, didn't hit. Still 4 times, didn't hit. 5, didn't hit. One more? Yes, and he didn't hit. Okay. He tried. I think there's a small chance that he will in fact kill him there, and that was 1 gold of province defense. So definitely worth 5 or 6 attempts at banishing a Wraith Lord just for 1 gold. Why not? Kepria. We are attacking with a Wraith Lord against this mess here. Now, we don't have Soul Vortex like Shenton does, so our guy, while being invulnerable to most of the damage, can take damage, and he does not regenerate or steal life or anything like that. So he's set to scalar spamming. They will move forward. On their side, they have a priest that is casting those banishment spells. 1 scalar spammer as well, but I think he must have cast something else. Oh no, there's some skeletons here. He's only level 2 death mage though, and this guy is level 3, so he can do more scalar spam than the other guy, and will eventually, I think, overpower them here. Has he taken any damage from those arrows? He has not. Now the units in the middle here, they fight and they fight. They actually end up destroying all the skeletons. Then they come up here, and he's going to keep scalar spamming. Now they run away. The skeletons come in. Do we even win this? I'm not sure anymore. I don't think these skeletons... Okay, he's going to cast Hand of Death here. He's still on cast spells. He's doing Control the Dead. But he's being overwhelmed by skeletons at this point. So they're getting into him. And now... this priest here is moving. He's going to stay behind troops. So every time new troops are spawned, he moves behind them. So he's not going to get into the spell range of this guy, or banishment range. So what even happens here? I forgot. I think we win it. Just by timing him out. Yeah, he controls the dead on some, and then everything around it immediately hits that square. So it's not super effective. Let's see, this is in... That was in, Kepria? Yes, Wraithor. We lost the guy. I don't know how they killed him. I think because he wasn't regenerating, eventually the skeletons will land a lucky blow and take him out, and they did. So, I mean, he respawns, so it's fine. At least he wasn't... if they had their Death Mage on advance and spells, we could have lost our Wraithor here. If Raspat used the same strategy as I'm using against Shenton. So that's very good to think about and be aware of, that is a thing that could happen. Now we are raiding the Grand Gate with 1 Wraithor. Just to check if he moved. He's gonna cast Invulnerability. I got that up at least. And he's not gonna win this because these guys can damage him. But he kills 1. And he got a hit in on this guy and gave him crippled. And then he dies. So we crippled 1 guy and we killed another for a Wraithor that respawns. Right? And this is a very important army to take a few units out of. Every one of these that we kill is very important for us. So very nice. In Mu, we are being attacked by a white. And they will kill our amphibian force here. He's tired of that, I think. In Nern. Let's see, this is an angel attacking. Our newest angel, Smeagol. We have Gollum and Smeagol. Gollum is a Wraithor and Smeagol is an angel, of course, right? I think it made sense. And he's just going to clear that province, no problem. He actually spent a little bit on province defense here. Would you look at that? Nice. In Nern and then in Lake Seaweed. Up here we were just moving in and see if we can take back this province with our amphibian force. And he has put in a little bit of province defense, but not quite enough, so we will indeed take it back. Just like that. Oh, most of our army routes, but our leader does not. So in the end, we win it. Yes. Very cool. In Annika, we are being raided back by a Wraith Lord, and we didn't have anything there, so it's dead. In Terran, we see a battle between Avas and Portis. The Avasian army from last episode, and this might have been the turn where Portis stale. I know they stale. I teased a little that they stale every other turn, but in the last few turns that has in fact been the case. Which is really, really bad for me, because I need them to make Avas pay for ground, because if they take all of Portis without a fight, then they are getting really strong, and at that point, that's not dangerous. But then, at that point, how am I doing versus Shenton and Haraspat? I'm probably winning so much at that point that they will look at the stage of the board, and unless I can talk Center into them, and I can convince him to help me divide and conquer, and we can fight at the end, he will probably join Raspat Shenton and Shenton in a war against me. And at that point, I'm fighting against the entire world. So the only thing that's delaying that right now is the resistance he's getting from Portis. And I'm not gonna send gold to Portis. If the Portis player was active and communicating, I would have sent them money right now, like I've done to the other players. But he has never responded to his message, and he's stealing all the time. So I don't want to waste resources on that. It's just really unfortunate. The battle in Kolemigor is a battle between Tinian, now raiding with all kinds of summoned units against my province defense here. I don't think we can kill anything here, but we have a chance, because these are not all regenerating. These Yeti and a Forest Giant, these are really high. Dang it. Yeah. Oh, can we kill this guy? We gave him a chest wound. That's a good start. Please kill the Forest Troll. Forest Giant. No, they're not even close. Okay, they are close. Weakened and chest wound. Come on, kill it. Yes, they killed the Forest Giant. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. I might want to invest in more province defense against the AI. Because they're not good at raiding with things that doesn't take attrition. We have the gold. And Quantum. We are attacking into the fort, Storm Castle. I was a little bit worried about this one, but if you look inside, there's not really anything here. The things on the walls doesn't really matter. Then he has one mage here that is cursed, and a water mage level 1. A wounded guy here, not really anything there. A few archers, one Fiend of Darkness, and then he has Sathma the Demilich with 3 hit points. And I'm not sure if that's always the case with Demilich, that it's just a really low hit points, or if that is the Dominion affecting it here, or whatever. And I also noticed that this turn is the turn where there is no more Quantum Dominion, and I don't know if that happened before this fight or after the fight, but that may be the reason why he's so low on hit points, because he is basically Dominion killed at this point, and then he's down to 3 hit points. Whatever the case may be, it's not a lot putting up resistance here. It will still be difficult to kill the Demilich, except that we have a little bit of units in our army that can in fact kill him. And they land there, and they kill the Demilich with 1 blow. The devils end up saving the day, and we ride in and we kill everything else. So that could have gone badly, except for the fact that we had the devils, and that was just enough to clear it out, and then we will win here. So we have taken Quantum. Finally, after a long, long, long siege, I have taken out a player in Dominion 5. That's the first time I can say that, and I have killed a player. I know he was AI and he already went AI, but whatever. I have... And okay, so with a little bit of help from Shenton, let's not forget, but whatever. In Umbra, there's a battle at the fortress. And what was inside here? Nothing. So it's just guys on the walls, and they don't put up a lot of fight. So we take that fort too, at the cost of 1 Atlantean militia. Nice. In Ostmark, we see a battle between Avas and Portis. Similar army composition from Avas, and not a lot of resistance from Portis. I'm wondering if the player of Portis has just... I don't think he wants to play anymore. And to be fair, he probably can't do a lot at this point. So I just need him to do something to stop the advance of Avas, but I don't think he's gonna do a lot. An unexpected event has occurred in the Sea Stag Lake. Right. This has been a while since this last happened, but a great treasure has been found, a fortune in gold, and 1 magic item, and a huge amount of magic gems have been found and transported to the Arcane Laboratory. 2,985 gold, an enchanted ring mail, 17 fire gems, and then 1 more fire gem, and an assortment of other gems. So that's really nice. Another event gave us 72 gold, and the third event gives us 1 more fire gem and 2 death gems, but costs us 1 gold. Okay. So we are stinking rich this turn. It is disgusting. Now, we are still spreading disease with Tempestus, so he's killing people in my domain, and I don't really want that, but it is what it is. He's definitely paying off more than he's costing me, so it's fine. We've finished the construction of cattle in Cavern Realm. Entrance of fortification of Jeburo has been breached, so we will have to look at that. In Graingate, our walls are still damaged. Let's have a look at the sieges here. So, in the Graingate, we are down to 44 now. So next turn it will be breached, unless he moves out. And I'm now moving a lot of units next to Graingate, and from the Silver Wall we can move there immediately. And then everything will be attacking into the Graingate next turn. So we're going to let him sit on top of it and just do his thing. Then Jeburo has been breached, and we will be talking a lot about this battle here that is coming up. We have decided to destroy the fort in Laria. The walls are moderately damaged, so we didn't make a lot of progress there, but we will be continuing to siege that down. The fortification in Shenton is unharmed, and then fortification in High Mill is unharmed. We didn't really have anything there. I moved a scout on top of Shenton, and he didn't try to... This is why I always try to move out or breach or check with something. Because I had a scout here on retreat, and he could have had his capital back by just moving any unit out to check the siege. Any unit. Anyway. And High Mill, same scenario. We have 1 Friwald's hammer sitting here, and he's holding up this entire mage production. So these 2 forts here, he could have had them back by just checking with anything, and he doesn't. So we get to continue to siege him another turn. The Green Horde has been bought. Sathmok, the god of Contum, has been permanently vanquished, and he did not rule a single province and has nowhere to return. It doesn't even specify that it was a Dominion kill here. Okay. A new famous hero. So Counter Wraith has unbreakable skin. That's nice. And Counter Wraith and Anapai both reform because they both died this turn. So they reform. All good. Let's not start with Shenton. Let's start with Harasbat. It's pretty straightforward here. We are moving the 2 raiding forces together in Kepria. I could move to Mishkia with this group here, but I kind of want Tempestus and his Sylph to help clear the Grand Gate. Now, there's not a lot of troops in here right now, but remember that he's flying, and we don't know what's in Arkajab, in Great Woods, or anything. There could be a massive army ready to land onto the Grand Gate next turn, or in the turn after that, and we don't know. So, I actually think, despite what I just said, that I'm not checking this province this turn with a scout or anything, but if he moves away at this point after having sieged for 3 turns, you know, I'm okay with that. I'm not expecting him to do that at all. He's gonna keep sieging here, because apparently people don't do the thing where they jump between sieges like I'm doing. Whatever. We will expect him to stay, and we will deal with it then. Now, Samwise is leaving, and you may notice that he's going over here. Quantum dead. Atinium expanding with lots of units. They didn't try to attack and mark like I had hoped. Now, Bob, I should have done something different. But Bob, last turn, I didn't realize that because he had the boots of quickness, he can actually move all the way to Bergamum. And had I done that, he could have assisted in Jepero this next turn. So now I'm instead moving and patrolling him up to Bergamum. He can do the same. He can come back to Mark next turn if he has to. And from Bergamum, depending on what happens in Jepero this next turn here, he can assist with whatever happens here. He also is helping protecting Bergamum. There's a Wraith Lord here, and you know, he might this turn expect me to come in and fight him, so he could go down to Bergamum or somewhere else, of course, with his army. He might re-siege into Bergamum, in which case Bob would be there to meet him, and that would be fine. So that's Bob just trying to patrol a little bit around inside our dominion and be helpful. Good. Do I want to switch? Let's talk about the rating first in water. We're summoning another Bishop Fish here, but we're moving Caneback and Anne up into the Velvet Ocean together with the units from here, just pulling away from this this force pushing into the water. And we will not move them out. We'll wait for the second Bishop Fish here, but we'll do it up here instead. It's just to block this province, because I think we can't beat them with the 2 of them here, but I wanted another Bishop Fish. This is the Bishop Fish. He's not wearing clothes. It's his fins resembles priestly robes, and he's a priest level 3. Whatever. The script for them is relatively simple. Holy Avenger cast advanced spells. You need to be on advance and cast spells. Oh, but this is already submitted this turn, so it doesn't help. Whatever. In Shanton, I think it's very important to talk about what's going on. We took Umbra, and from here we will demolish the lab. We are recruiting some units in here. I don't really care about it. I don't want to tear the fort down as such. Don't know why we would. We can get pale ones here. But I just want to destroy the fort and have something inside so that if he besieges it, it will take him a few turns. And he'll have to commit forces to it and stuff like that. Then we are moving everything we have here, except the angels, down into Domin. And in the middle, we're moving it, I think, a few, or just one bird consort up from Lauria, plus Vitiges, who is also in here, to help in Domin, so that they have a Death Mage here and also a Mind Burner, in case they meet something nasty in here. So that we can protect our troops that will help siege in Lauria. Good. We lost Carrion Meyer there, but we are cutting it off. If you look at it here, Shanton is not getting income from these provinces. He's not getting income from any of these provinces here. He's getting income from this little segment here, also these 2, and he's getting income from this. But all of this down here is not making any income from Shanton, because it's not connected to a fort that he controls. And again, I'm sieging Shanton and Heimel with nothing, so it's really weird. Weird interaction we have here. We will in fact move Childrig on top of Shanton, so that if he pokes with something, we have a chance of beating it with a bird initiate if it's a really small thing. Gollum will be moving to the God Coast, and we saw the God Coast and their province defense and patrol last turn, and there's not really anything there that can kill a Wraith Lord. And he's getting mages, he's getting gold, he's getting he's blood hunting and patrolling in here, and we will disrupt that whole thing by moving one one Wraith Lord in here to just sit on top of it and annoy him. He's gonna hate that. So that's gonna be good. He might die, but then we just get him back, so no problem. I think he will win though. Then, let's see. Up here, we are being a little bit surrounded, but we're gonna cut him off here in case he does manage to reconnect this somehow. Gonna cut off these two sections from one another. I guess he still has connection through here. Last turn, I think he was drawing income in from all of this because he had connection through Lake Seaweed, so it was connecting through here. But this, just taking this one province with that small army, cut off the whole thing. Very good. Now, let's talk about Jebero. Jebero. Hey. That is something. That is a, we have seen the army in here, and you can go back. I went back and checked the army, both when I fought it here and when I fought it. Every step of the way I've checked the progress of the army and sort of what he's done with his troops to analyze and figure out how we beat it in here, because I don't want to lose Jebero. We would lose the temple. We would lose everything inside. So the one thing we could do is attack, break siege with everything, and just retreat like he did to me. Save our units, get out of there, and just accept that he takes Jebero. Or we move in every angel and everything nearby that can reach, and we take the fight. So that's what we're doing. I click Y here to show everything. And first I was going to cast Poisoned Protection with our Nature Mages, but then I realized he cannot cast Foul Vapors. So then I was on, let's just cast Swarm, but we can do regeneration with these guys by spending a Nature Gem. You can boost them to one level higher, and regeneration level 3. You can cast regeneration with these ones. So they are positioned, all of them, somewhere around here, near the angels. And hopefully there's 3 of these guys casting regeneration turn 1, and they are all the angels are on hold 1 turn. So hopefully a few of them will be hit by regeneration in here. And then they're gonna cast Swarm and cast other spells. So that's all the Nature Mages, these guys here, the Deer Tribe Shaman. And then they actually end up being quite nice. Regeneration on the angels is super good, and Swarm is just a nice spell. So they are gonna help. Folke comes in from far away, casts Body Ethereal once and casts it twice. And he's set out here, and I'm hoping that he will just hit, if he just hits one of the angels with a Body Ethereal, then he's done his thing, and he's going to run away. I'm really expecting a lot of battle-wide enchantments, and that's why I'm running guys like Folke away. He's not going to do a lot of other things in this battle, but Body Ethereal on one angel is worth it for the chance, and then he's going to escape. Now, we have 2 nature or water mages moving from here. I was going to move all 3 of them in, but then I realized that with all of our gold, we have more than 5,000 gold to spend this turn. After upkeep and all the units that are already queued up, I had more than 5,000 gold to spend in this turn. It was insane. So one of the things we're doing is building a lab in here, and we are upgrading the castle. So I'll just spend his turn on this. We can start spamming mages from Bergamum as well, so we have this little mountain range here. Perfect. The other 2 are gonna move in. The first one of them will cast Rain, which it would have been nice if it was not cold, because when it's cold, the rain turns into snow, which is not as effective. But rain would increase the fatigue for casting fire magic and lower the heat thing from creatures. The snow only reduces heat, but less so than rain. So it's not as good as the snow isn't as good as the rain would have been, but it's still gonna be helpful because he's gonna do fire elementals probably, and I have lavaborns in the fight. So we're gonna reduce the heat effects from creatures onto my things, and it's gonna help with my mages and my all my units that are fighting fire elementals or teaming up with Fireborn. And most likely he's gonna cast relief anyway, so the fire spell fatigue thing would not have been would not have mattered anyway, and he doesn't really care about the fatigue from the heat. So this will just help me a little bit. Good. And then they're just going to do quickness. These are not positioned near the angels because all the angels already have quickness, so they don't need that. Then we have Ernst, and we have a lot of these guys, but some of them are just set to summon Earth Power, and this guy will do some boosting spells at the front, hopefully hitting some of them before they run forward. Now then, the next Water Mage is going to come in and just cast Living Water, and then cast whatever he wants. He's sitting at the front, just casting Living Water. Just a bunch of water elementals moving in, and he's going to cast his own thing back after that. And we have another one here. Choo-Choo coming in from up here with these two armies. I'm just going to move them in. The trolls are nice, and the heat is lowered, so it's susceptible to fire. It's not going to be as big of a deal. And he has a few Druids of Conflagrations here, but we'll have to take that chance. They are really, really strong units, despite the fact of the fire weakness. It's going to be okay. Some Barbarians. Ratchis is going to cast Legions of Steel. Now he's positioned near the angels, so he will hopefully hit them with Legions of Steel, which will boost their protection even further. We have a few Buried Initiates. All the angels are just on attack. Hold and attack rear, nothing else. That's good. And then we have a standard Buried Initiate script here. We have Donner coming in here, sitting in the middle, also just blessing and hopefully hitting all the angels with that. Volker will fire, and we have some Griffins here that will fly out. And the problem is that they will fly out in the first turn, and they will probably die, but they will maybe land some good hits, and we can't. I don't want to risk. I want to buff the angels one turn. I think that's absolutely worth it. Just getting some good buffs on them. We know he has the Etten here that is specifically designed to kill my angels, and well, we are super scared of him now. Arnold here is also sitting in the center of the angels, and he's going to cast Strength of Giants, hopefully making them stronger also, one more buff spell. Then we have Volker sitting at the front. He's going to cast some buff spells for the frontliners. Another Nature Mage there. Balthazar's coming in with a lot of units. Another Bird Initiate. Gandalf is casting Cloud Trapeze to get the hell out of there. He doesn't want to participate in this fight. He's my only air mage. I don't want to risk him for just casting a few lightning bolts. So he's Cloud Trapezing himself to Friwald. I've never actually read the description for Cloud Trapeze, but it's like a teleport, I suppose. He swings himself up and away with incredible speed, landing in a province far away. Much faster than normal flying. Doesn't really teleport and can have the path blocked by impassable mountains. The Sea of Ice Golem Gem. Okay. So it's like an air mage mini teleport thing. Very cool, and he can get the hell out of dodge. We already submitted the turn, so this doesn't really matter. And then more angels. So everything is up at the front. Just gonna run forward. Hopefully, okay, so he's gonna scale spam the hell out of this fight. And that's the major thing we've seen with our angels, is that if they just get around surrounded by skeletons, then they're worth nothing. They just get whittled down and die. But here I think we have enough other units that will run up and pressure the front line. So if the skeletons at the back, they surround the angels, then they won't be going at the front, and our front line will hopefully be able to push up and actually damage the enemy. Or if the skeletons go to the front line, the angels will be at the back having a good time killing mages, which is the real thing we're hoping for. And then, depending on where he positions his Etten, we have 7 angels in here. They just need to land like 2 good blows on him, and then he's dead. I'm hoping that we can kill him before he kills us. Okay, so I have already seen the battle, right? So it's a little bit... I'm really trying to not give any hints to what happens, but whatever. This is the script. This is all of the things in there. Good. Oh, and I think... I don't know if you noticed, but we are bringing the Wraith Lord from Laria here. He's going to be just at the back. if we leave him inside the fort, you know, he might... yeah. He's gonna come out and help. He might kill something. You never know. Okay. Now that's most of it for this turn. Let's go through the crafting and the spells casting. We have nothing here. Okay, Crown of Command. Crown of Lead, sorry. So more headgear. We are doing an Elixir of Life here. Manifestation at Ongbaloth. I've never cast this spell before, so we're testing it out in the AI. It is one of the Conjuration level 8 spells. Death level 5. Manifestation here. You summon an Ashen Angel and it tries to find something to kill, and if it doesn't, it will come back and kill this commander. But there's a lot of commanders in Ongbaloth, so I'm hoping it'll find a commander. Oh, and our 2 Wraith Lords that came in, they are both moving down to Ongbaloth to deal... either die gloriously, hopefully killing a lot, or just take it back and then spread out and raid against the AI, because they can't really kill these guys. So they'll be good for raiding AI and hopefully killing Doom stacks. We'll see if they get around to do that. So that's Elixir of Life. We're doing the manifestation there. We're doing another Starshine Skullcap because I noticed, and I'm not the only one who has noticed, but I noticed that Crown of Lead, while being a decent enough piece of headgear, it gives magic resistance +1 and 9 defense. If you look at the Starshine Skullcap, it gives magic resistance +2 and 8 protection. So 1 less protection for 1 extra magic resistance, and the magic resistance is really what is you know, we need more of that on our angels, because we've seen how that can ruin their day. So we should in fact equip Starshine Skullcaps on all of our angels if we could. I'm just gonna make 1 more at least, and Angel Whisperer will do it. We're patrolling in here with Theoderic with the Ring of Warning, and this grouping here. Alright, let's go back to the crafting. We're doing a Forge a Dragon helmet as well to have more headgear. In here we're forging a Sword of Swiftness. And we're doing the build lab. Right, we're also... We'll go through it. In here we're not forging anything. Everyone is either participating or running away in case of this coward. Nothing up there. In Utrenshire we are forging a Star of Thraldom. Forge a Star of Thraldom. I don't even know what... This is the one. Okay. Yeah, it's not a bad weapon. It does the false fetters things on people where they get magically shackled by illusions when they're hit. That's a decent weapon. And it's an area of effect weapon. And then nothing there. In here we are upgrading this castle. We are casting Contact Hill Giant. That's it here. Down here we're doing another Bishopfish again. We're upgrading Black Harbor. We are casting Twiceborn and Bind Bone Fiends. Over here we are upgrading Quantum. And look at this income from Quantum. There. Okay, so we really see the disparity. Remember that I have Unrest here, but you could look at the population. My population is at 23,000. This is 40,000. So most likely this will be going on. Yeah, same here. And same in their capitals. Okay, so he's blood hunting, so maybe not. But Avas, for sure, will be like 500 income, probably even at this point in the game. So that's the disparity from me having death scales versus them having 3 growth. Oh, he doesn't have 3 growth. He only has 1 growth. So maybe not 500, but still more than me, probably. Yeah, I still think luck makes up for a lot of it. We're also building a temple in here just to get up to the 5 temples, because I found out that I was wrong earlier when I said we needed 4 temples to get 1 more Dominion Strength. You need to have 4 more than the original temple that you started with. So you need to go to 5, then we get 1 more Dominion Strength. And when we have 1 more Dominion Strength, we get 1 more Holy Point, so we can do more Avenging Night Blades per turn. Not a big deal, but it's nice. And I do want to push my Dominion. We are at a stage in the game where the Dominion decides where I can move Bob and other smaller things that are good for us. Even though The death domain is spreading. I don't care anymore. It doesn't matter. Gold is insignificant at this point. So spreading dominion would be nice. We're doing it here, and we're upgrading the castle, so this income will go up further once he's done with that. This guy is moving out. Up here. Bloodhunt, Twiceborn. In here, we are casting Contact Hilljar and forging another crown of lead. 2 of them. Ah, that's a mistake. Oh well. And that's sort of it. Up here, we are forging that. Okay, good. So we're not assassinating in here this turn. That's one thing. We are moving, like I said, we're moving these guys in here to take Kepria, and we will be able to get into Graingate with them. In Mern, we are moving in the mercenaries here, the mercenary horse archers and Gembade, and 2 bird initiates that now have Twiceborn on them, so they can go up here and sacrifice themselves. And in here, we have enough units that are also able to support in Graingate next turn if we want it. Adalodal found these boots of quickness here from our killing all of these dudes up here, so he will run home and give that to the soul in the Silver Wall. We can't take off the items from the Windmaster here, so he now has the Shadowbrand and a Wine Shield also. These were Gundurik's, but now it's his. Whatever. We will try to get him killed soonish so that we can loot his body and get all kinds of cool things. But he is spawning devils for us as well. I wonder if we can cure this disease and get him A-okay. I'm okay with paying for him. We're bidding on the Windlord again. Again, bidding double what we have to. I think more than double, but it's fine. And I don't want to show all the recruitment that we are doing, but we are recruiting everywhere we can almost. We started recruiting in the water. We are not recruiting right here because we're going to lose it. We're recruiting there, recruiting in here. I've started recruiting these troglodytes in here. Just recruiting everywhere where I think it's worth it, and I spent all the money. Not saving anything, because I think, you know, we'll be upgrading castles, which means more income. We're moving. I'll be upgrading this one in the future, and then I'm moving down Morfar here to caverns, and I want to start a fort here, so we have this chain of forts here that are all producing mages. This entire line here, I think that would be pretty good. So this is going to be the next fort location. Even though it's not a lot of gold, it doesn't really matter. I just want them close to each other so they can support each other, and this will be our mountain range, as it were. It'll help fight off the AI as well. Good. I've talked about Jebero. I've shown all the things. I'm checking score graphs every turn now just to sort of see how we're doing. We are losing territory because Tinium is raiding us so hard, but we went up in forts. Income sort of stable. Gem income still going up. Research going up. Dominion going up a little bit. Army size is actually growing quite rapidly now, and it'll grow further because of our major recruitment boost this turn. Ascension points hasn't changed. To do global, right, we see still a focus. There's room for more. Global enchantments, all good. This is the current magic item reserves of our nation. I'll be trying to use these dowsing rods next turn, I think, in more cases, so we get more blood hunting. Ah, man. This is what's in here and staying here. I pressed Y, so what we have sitting on Laria right now, it's not a lot, but it's gonna kill most things except this army here. So if he moves this army back and up here into Laria, he can retake it and we would have to evacuate. Or we can follow with the army that we are amassing here. I think I give myself a 50-50 of winning this. It's more about like how many angels will we lose here, and will we lose all of them? If we can destroy this army, then that sort of cuts the head off of Shantum. But if he wins like handedly because he casts some weird battlefield spell or something, and takes Jebero and destroys my temple and wins my mage production, kills all my angels, that would be pretty bad. That's why we're pouring every angel in here. I want to make sure that we dominate the field and not trade evenly with them. So, we'll see how it goes in the next episode. Wish me luck! This is the end of this one. No, wait, I'm sending messages. No. Okay. I think I have talked about everything. If I'm missing everything, I have the turns in store. You can ask me anything, and I will go back and check post screenshots or whatever the hell you like. Yeah, see you in the next one. Bye bye.